does an 8-year-old Samsung TV actually survive in the big 2026? Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the Samsung 5 series. I think it is called the 5 series since that is what it is written in the box which it came in. Also, I'm not sure if it came around if it was launched around 2018 or 2019, but it was bought around 2019 2020. So it's about 8 years old now. So this TV is actually the second flat screen my mom ever bought, and it was bought when I was in primary school, and now I'm in university. So it's kind of old, you get me? So, a short quick story. So, before having this Samsung TV, my mom had bought a 24-inch LG TV. I don't remember the model, but it had inbuilt games, which is why I loved it a lot. But sadly, around 2018, thugs broke into our house and they stole the TV together with my laptop and the dispenser. A very terrible thing. So we went through that storm, and yeah, things happened. So later, my God blessed my mom with another TV, and it was bigger, from 27-inch to 32-inch. I thought it was a big jump, and I know what most of you will say. It is still a small TV, but the inner child in me still treasures it a lot. And yeah. So the big question is, how does it fare in this big 2026? So let's go through it and see, does it still got game? So let's start with the size. It is a 32-inch TV, and I know what most of you will say. Oh my goodness, you have a very small TV. But for me, I sit close to the TV where I watch my stuff. Maybe it's because my room is small, but I think even if I had a huge mansion, I would still choose to sit close to the TV. So here's my thought. You people, not someone, you guys, I'm assuming you are rich because my viewers are very rich people. So someone who is rich, I'm guessing he or she will buy a very huge TV, an 82-inch, and maybe he lives in a huge mansion or a huge apartment. That means he or she has a huge living room, but he or she will choose to sit far from the TV, which is what I've seen from majority of my friends or some of my neighbors. But for me, I choose to sit close to the TV. But I agree, it is still a very small TV in this new age. But I'm still saving up, and I think a 43-inch is enough. It's not too big and it's not too small. But if you are a casual gamer, I think a 32-inch will be enough for watching movies and playing some games on the side. That is, if you don't care about things about FPS or refresh rate or anything related to gaming. I may not have a gaming console right now, but I think if I had one, it would look pretty good on the TV. So let's move on to ports. The TV has several ports, which I think will be ideal for an average user like me. It has two USB ports, it has two HDMI ports, it has an Ethernet port, and some auxiliary ports. Let's say if you are using a decoder like DSTV. So for an average user, it is enough. I don't think I will be limited in terms of connecting to new devices, even the ones which have come pretty recently, since there are more than enough ports on this TV. But in real sense, on day-to-day activities or on day-to-day usage, I will only use the USB port and the HDMI port. As I said, I don't have a gaming console. The HDMI port will be for mirroring my screen to the TV, my computer screen to the TV. So I know I have stated that it is an old TV, but it has a lot to offer. Obviously, it is a smart TV, and when connected to a Wi-Fi, trust me, you are good to go. It has an app store or a web. I think it has a web search something. It has an app store where you can download apps like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and so I think in terms of entertainment, you don't need to be connected to external devices, let's say a decoder. So long as you have a Wi-Fi, you are good. The TV has a nice user interface, which is pretty simple, and it allows you to modify the settings to your preference. That is, let's say, picture quality, sound quality, and all that stuff. It has a very amazing resolution, so it produces good picture quality. Whether you choose to play for 80p, 720p, or 1080p video, I think you'll be satisfied with what you will see on the TV screen. I almost forgot. The TV, as I said, is a smart TV. So it does support mobile connections. That is, you can mirror your phone screen to your TV, or you can remotely control your TV with your mobile phone. That is, you use your mobile phone as a remote instead of the remote that the TV came with. But this will only work if your phone will support these features. So it does not work for all phones. So in terms of panels, I'm not sure whether it is an OLED panel, AMOLED. I'm not sure at all. But if you can judge which panel it is on the video that we'll be playing right now, please tell us in the comment section which panel is this TV, OLED or AMOLED. Let's move on to the remote control. I think the remote control is pretty basic and it does not come with any fancy features. I say fancy features because I know most of these days TV remotes have become very advanced. They even come with touchpads, but this one is just your basic remote. The remote comes with two batteries, and I think they last a pretty long duration of time. But again, it will depend on how much you use it per day and the brand of those batteries. So the TV remote is pretty responsive and there are no lags. I've not experienced any lags provided that you are in range of the TV. And yes, I know the remote you can find it in other brands. As I said, it is a basic remote, so it's normal to find it. So it is a basic remote, so it is expected that you can find it in other brands. In terms of power, I will not say that it consumes a lot of power because obviously it is a smaller TV. And yeah, even if I had to watch all day, I wouldn't be that worried about power consumption or my bills. Unlike you folks out there with very huge TVs, this one is budget friendly, even in power consumption. So, would I consider buying another TV in the next 5 to 10 years if I get enough money? Well, it all depends, but maybe to upgrade to a 43-inch because yes, 32-inch is pretty small. I think 43-inch is just the average, or maybe let's say it got destroyed or maybe it got damaged, then I would consider. And even if I was to buy another one, I would use this one maybe, I would put this one maybe in my bedroom or it will become my gaming TV. Anyway, but I think it is better to have a monitor if you are gaming instead of a TV. Thank you so thank you guys for watching, for sticking to the end, and leave a like if you liked the video and if the review was lit. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. We are at 4 subscribers, and shout out to my 4 subscribers out there. Love you guys very much.